Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to get underway. If everyone can find their seats and remember to enjoy the show. Thank you.
Hey guys!
Hey!
Hey, welcome to Coming of Age. This is a podcast about movies and
anything else we decide to talk about.
So join us. His name is Chase Cummins. He's a wonderful man.
And his name is Alan Loosebrock. He's also an amazing person.
Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome. So...
I feel like I want to jump right into the movie, but
yeah, I know we usually
should we talk about other things?
I don't even know if we need to. Let's just jump into this one.
Okay. We watched a movie called Point of No Return. I had to think about it for a second. It was like, End of the World's Tomorrow? What?
Maggie Blowjob?
Maggie Blowjob.
Weird title.
Should have been the title of the film. But it wouldn't have made it as far as it did.
No, it made it to our living room.
Into our living room on Amazon.
Yeah, it may have made it to us earlier if its title was Maggie Blowjob. But I found that in a younger age.
Would have been a different movie. Packaged a little different.
A little different.
Just slightly. So the movie, I don't even know, does the very start matter?
I think so.
Okay.
But it's like,
tell me why.
because it's the catalyst for her.
I just can't remember.
Oh,
please
she's
keep
like
going.
some kind of drug addict, and they
Yeah.
break into one of her gang's father's pharmacy, and then they all die except for her.
Oh yeah, she is part of that. Oh yeah,
She's like
I
addicted
kept
to
on
drugs.
imagining.
She's like, I need it.
I was literally imagining her as Johnny Depp the whole time. It's just I know this is a girl, but she just looks like Edward Scissorhands, like young Johnny Depp, just like, I'm a weirdo, skinny, head down.
I hate everything, and life sucks.
Yeah, that's what Johnny Depp is like.
When in 1993,
When he was still cool.
before he became that
Thought he was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's the kind of Depp I like. Fucking down on the world.
Yeah, so she goes to jail, kind of, and then they fake her own death, despite her not killing anyone.
Okay, so the scene where they just sentence her, she goes wild, and then they grab her ass and just take her
To the
lethal injection room. And that moment is when the movie starts picking up these weird little vibes. These scenes are more than nothing now.
Yeah.
There are some very movie scenes, but there's some shit that's transcends.
Yeah, it's definitely the first one where you're like, oh, there is a little bit of quality to what I'm watching right now. Yeah.
That shit is insane and very dark. And she
changes.
asks for her mother and is screaming
Over and over
mommy.
again, yeah.
And
then they
it's
quote unquote
pretty
kill her.
fucking dark.
Yeah.
She looks like she's died.
Yeah,
But apparently she gets saved in time. Doesn't wake up in heaven.
or they just knock her out, but it looks like it's killing her.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's in charge of it.
It doesn't explain it, and it honestly doesn't matter in the context of the rest of the movie.
That's true.
Because all that does is set up the fact that she's now part of this secret program.
Weapon X.
Yeah, where she's being trained to become some kind of super assassin.
You have powers. You are a trashy ass white woman
Who has a really bad attitude and doesn't do anything anyone asks you to do, and is addicted to drugs. And I think you're gonna make the perfect assassin.
and you get kicked so much ass.
You could be so much.
You
cool.
got the job. We're gonna save you from dying.
But we're gonna fake your death to everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else thinks you're gone. Maggie Blowjob. I feel like we need to give a little
we need to
context.
explain that at least.
Yeah.
When she is getting arrested, the cops are like, "What's your fucking name?" She's like, "Maggie." Like, "What's your last name?" "Blowjob."
She thinks she's like so fucking smart. Just like, hey, my last name's Blowjob.
She doesn't even. She just is fucking off. She just like totally out of it. And they smack her ass hard as fuck.
They hit her.
And it's 1993. And
that's all right.
what movies today smack women around really hard? None. That's what I'm saying.
Not any I can think
I'm
of.
not saying it's bad or good, but guess what? We're not doing it.
50 Shades of Grey.
1993's got that on us.
I think 50 Shades of Grey beats on a couple women, but I think it might be consensual beating. So I don't know if that counts.
I've heard some things, and I think it very well might be.
It might be a consensual, violent arrangement in that one. Not in this one. No.
Maybe not though. Maybe you're not looking deep enough.
Is there a
we should watch. We'll watch them next. We'll watch all three and do a review.
Okay, I do have a gripe, like a bone to pick with the last title. So 50 Shades of Grey, I guess, kind of works as a title. If you think about it, it's a title. It's something. And then 50 Shades Darker, a play on that title, right? Like, it makes sense.
Yeah. I don't even know what the next one is yet.
50 Shades Freed.
Oh, yeah. 60 slaves. 60 slaves freed.
60 slaves.
That's what it should be called.
12 years a slave, 60 slaves freed.
But more like 60,000 women slaves that are slaves to that movie freed.
That's
this
like
is the
6
end.
million. That's like 6 million.
Oh, yeah, true.
A lot.
6 million ladies like that movie?
Yeah, 6 million ladies might like that movie. In those books. Okay, but
6
my
million
bone...
slaves freed.
Holocaust averted.
You got it, ladies. You got life still.
You're still alive. You haven't lost everything.
It's not 1993 anymore.
Can't be getting down on that violent sex stuff.
We're going down for this.
We're so off track. We should probably give some context to this movie. Point of No Return stars Bridget Fonda as the woman that we've been talking about in this entire time.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and then Gabriel Byrne, who is her handler, I guess, just so to speak. Her handler.
At the beginning, for sure. Then it turns into weird, I'm your boss. And
I'm your daddy. And I'm your love interest. But I'm not.
Sort of. But
Kind of.
I'm just kind of like your dad, too.
Yeah. I'm taking care of you.
I'm your
In
dad
every
now. Hey, I saved your life, so I'm your dad.
Fuck your real dad.
But she goes through extensive training to become a real person.
Extensive training over the course of 6 months. Otherwise, they're going to put I think what they said is bullet in her brain. It's a real incentive.
They're like, I know they normally take about 2 years, so yeah. And he's like, do it in 6 months.
Or I'm going to fucking shoot her in the face.
It's like, oh, well, this is going to be hard. Montage scene. Just kidding. There wasn't that much of a montage, but the music always picked up to make it seem like it was about to go montage.
Yeah.
The
And it would do
music
like a
in this
mini
movie is
montage.
ridiculous.
Because then she gets out, and then they do that whole like montage scene where she just like moves in with that guy, and they start building their house, and they're painting shit, and then like,
Yeah,
it's like 4 months or something, but it's a mini montage.
They literally
montage.
meet each other, talk about ravioli at the fucking grocery store. He's being pretty charming, and she doesn't know how to fucking act.
Yeah, because she's been in a fucking she's been a drug addict for her entire life, and then spent the last 6 months in as a kidnap victim in a super secret organization.
When you talk about how she looks when she is in this like white bedroom like cell that they have her in, and she's just in her underwear like laying around like, when the fuck are you gonna let me go? She's got like brown teeth.
Yeah, she looks so
super
scary.
skinny and scary, and she's just like, it's like
She got
a
a
weird
bullet hole.
sexual vibe
Dude.
because she's pretty much naked and you can see her nipples, and you're just like, this is weird. Like, I don't know what they're trying to make me feel, but I don't feel good about it. And I
Yeah.
feel like they're not trying to make you feel good about it because she's obviously in a rough place and like she becomes better, but like still like they're also trying to appeal to somebody.
Yeah.
It was very weird.
Yeah, because they're playing her out to be like sexy in some of those scenes, and it's like seems like they're actually trying to make her do that, but it's just not. It just doesn't come out.
Yeah, because
right.
they also tried to make her hick as fuck and like just
and like a degenerate,
yeah, like spitting and like fucking
like watching punk music and just like like a gutter punk, just like
Yeah,
she fought out of
I
the,
fucking
crawled out of the
hate
fucking
punk.
sewer. Fuck them, you know. Fuck all of them. They're fucking fast paced music.
I know. I like Babbling Brook music.
I want something to sound like the breeze on a not very windy day.
Yes.
That's the music I want.
Same.
Not
So this fucking
not this
gutter
bullshit.
punk bitch. Jesus Christ. Just low life individual.
Just the worst.
She's very entertaining to watch. She is the before the metamorphosis begins, she is a very interesting character, and you're like, oh my god, like so many parts, holy shit.
I love the part where she attacks Gabriel Byrne and then steals his gun and then puts the gun in her mouth and tries to shoot herself, and it's like the chamber is empty.
Yeah.
And then he knocks her down.
Oh my
He goes,
god.
Rule number one, never fill the chamber.
The first chamber
The first
or something,
chamber, yeah. And then like slides the pistol and loads it basically, and then shoots her in the leg.
Caps her in the fucking like
kneecap.
right above the knee or some shit. It's just like, oh my god, like she's supposed to be your assassin, and you just like
You just put her out of commission for at least 6 months. I think that's all she has. All she has the time to train.
that's like the length of the movie.
Kind
Six.
the movie's like 10 months.
10 months? Yeah. We're 4 months in, aren't we?
Pretty far in already.
She's already escaped death.
Yeah. Oh my god. What a piece of trash.
No. It's pretty great.
No, I like it.
It's very entertaining, and it's also not the best movie. Like, it has a lot of parts that are unintentionally funny, but like the mysticism of like the movie, like there's really some magic there that like makes it work. Like you're just like, I'm not mad at the movie.
No,
Like,
I wasn't never mad at the movie. It was fun the whole time, but there were parts where I would zone out.
Oh, for sure.
You're just like,
It was like the action sequences, they were just like so boring that you were just like, it better be fast ass paced music to it.
And you'd be
Like crazy dumb shit from
There were-
Hans Zimmer.
yeah, there were parts of the movie where the soundtrack worked against the tension of the scene. Like the climactic moment with her and Harvey Keitel. If they had taken the fucking music out, I would have been way more into that. It was comical. The music like made it not as, because you're like, I know it's gonna happen. But if there hadn't been music, I feel like it would have been really tense.
Yeah. It was very silly. It was, it was like, oh God, no, go.
Get out from under the car. Why are you still sitting there?
Squashed little Harvey.
Oh, poor Harvey.
Harvey Keitel had a shitty death.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was playing like the same kind of character he played in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, and it ended like a Pulp Fiction end with too. Like he not like he's very good at his job. He's probably pretty good at his job because it's Harvey Keitel. You just expect that man to be good.
He was pretty
good. And then that was his last job that you got to watch.
You just watched him on his last gig on Earth.
Because he made a mistake.
He trusted her.
He let that bitch fucking
breathe 1 second too.
I honestly zoned out. I know I zoned out on that scene because I remember Harvey Keitel being in the car and pushing the headmaster, whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh yeah.
Like off the cliff with his car. And then just chilling there. And then the girl was in the car and I was like, oh wait, I didn't see how she got in the car. I remember snapping back to the movie.
So she runs, like she goes in and gets the nuclear codes or whatever from that fucking guy.
Yes.
And then it's like ambiguous whether or not she actually kills him. And then she runs out and gets in the car with Harvey Keitel running from the guy shooting, and they just like drive off together.
That was a beautiful sentence you just said.
Was that a full sentence?
That was so like from like just a movie standpoint, if you say a sentence that says so she got the nuclear codes and then she ran outside the house and got in a car with Harvey Keitel, you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna watch that movie.
Yeah. It is worth watching.
That's the funniest shit. I totally forgot that there was like nuclear codes.
Yeah, it came in at the last minute too. It was like there was
like one last job. I'll help you, maybe, bitch. Probably not.
I'm just saying that so you'll do it. No, okay. So normally a movie like this, I feel like there would be like an overarching plot or an overarching villain that stands in her way, right? But there's not. The organization she's a part of ultimately is the villain,
yeah.
I guess, but like barely.
They're
Like,
very
at the very
bad
end.
people, but like they treat it lightheartedly in the movie itself.
But she didn't develop any like revenge. Like,
It wasn't like
She didn't-
it wasn't like, oh my god, these people I've been like trained by are terrible. Like I need to like get
I feel like if they
back or something.
if like she had interacted with the guys who were like, she has 6 months to live, or she loses her fucking brain, like we'll shoot her, like, and they like fucking like tortured her and did shit, and like she had reason to fucking kill them,
Yeah.
and like fight against them. It would be more compelling than like, oh my god, I got out and I fell in love, and now I don't think I can do this anymore. And it was like,
Yeah.
that this is
She probably should have gotten like captured again. And then like it's like not this time, and she fucking breaks out and just beats everybody's asses, and then she's roaming free in the fucking compound.
Yeah. I feel like it would have been a better movie if they had like, instead of it being like hit 1, hit 2, hit 3 is my last hit, and then the movie ends the way it ends. It should have been like an overarching plot, and should have just like, it's like 3 short hits, like, so it was almost like 3 short stories at the end of that movie. I don't know. There was no like cohesion. I think that's my biggest problem with the movie.
I have zero problems with the movie.
I guess it works fine because it's fucking absurd.
The movie is amazing. I love the soundtrack by Hans Zimmer the most.
Nominated.
Nah,
for
I'm getting
Academy
that on
Award.
vinyl, dude. That's a good one.
Yeah, it was. Didn't he do the Dunkirk soundtrack?
Probably. Hopefully he's playing at Coachella 2018, dude.
Is he really?
He played last year. He played at 2017 Coachella, I'm pretty sure.
That's the most absurd thing you've ever said.
I don't think that's a lie.
That's crazy.
There's like people joking about just like they would just like have like opera fest, like it'd just be a bunch of fucking like, or like Broadway fest. Like it's like a festival of Broadway plays going on.
What?
Well, as a joke, you know,
Yeah.
obviously. That would be
I'm like imagining
that would be an
it's a real
extreme
place.
version of Hans Zimmer playing.
I feel like that could be a real place though. The Broadway fest.
Yo, I'm gonna go catch some King Lear. And then like
Phantom of
drop
the
some
Opera.
L and halfway, you know, depending on how I'm feeling.
Might hop in on Wicked or like Spring Awakening.
Yeah.
You know, Hamlet sold out, bro.
I wish I knew more about Broadway to make some really great jokes. Because I've got some ideas.
You just make the jokes.
But I don't know the characters to say.
Doesn't matter. No one really does. Everyone just pretends to know.
I've only seen a couple of Broadway plays, and they weren't the ones that I wanted to see. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, we saw. Didn't we go see the Mamma Mia together?
I saw Mamma Mia.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's not what I want.
It's not what I want to watch.
I don't care. I remember literally being in New York. We were on a class trip. That's why we couldn't see what we wanted.
Many moons ago.
Literally being in New York and looking up at fucking Monty Python Broadway shit. What was it called?
Spamalot.
Spamalot. And just be like, oh my God. I want to see Spamalot. Like, that would be so cool. There's a fucking huge foot on the side of a building.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. And I want to go to that. Why didn't we go to that? DTV would probably be great to go to that.
Yeah.
It's just like...
I wish thought it might have been too risque.
Oh, for sure.
It's like, you're probably right for some, like, the ages that were there.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone would be taking acid right after the show. Like, what? That comedy opened up my mind.
14-year-olds just tripping.
It's fucking freshmen.
Yeah.
Going like, oh, whoa. I went to New York with my school this year, and it
The
was
seniors
eye-opening.
acid. You watch Spamalot on Broadway. It's fucking trippy.
They stuffed beers in their coats and snuck in, and like, it was nuts.
They got like really drunk in their fucking hotel rooms, and then made us get drunk with them.
It didn't let us stop, and I got really sick. All in all, it was a pretty good
It
time.
was a good trip. We did sneak beers in on there. Or you did.
It was easy.
Yeah. Those were good.
Those were good beers. Always tastes better when they're sneaky beers.
Oh God, I forgot about that for a minute.
It was a good time.
Garrett Michael didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't.
No one knows what we're talking about anymore.
It's okay. Oh, back on track. All right. So, movie.
The fucking movie.
Well, she gets... Okay, so she, like, is caveman pretty much at the beginning. Then she gets a little, like, smarter, and then she meets Anne Bancroft. And Anne Bancroft's like, oh, you have such... youth, you're so pretty.
So pretty.
Oh, fuck, pretty. And then it's just like, holy, what the fuck? And she's like got a spell over her ass, and makes her have some etiquette and shit like that. So she's almost there. She's there's some little, there's some mess ups when she eats a food. She doesn't fucking like silverware very much.
She doesn't know how to use it.
She likes to use her hands, and she goes crazy.
I honestly don't know the relationship Anne Bancroft had with her though.
She was just like a dweller of her room. Like she
was she a
stayed
spy?
in one room.
She was like
and it was just chilling.
An etiquette teacher to the spies. That's all she did.
She was a slave. She was a fucking slave. So hardcore from the movie's context. Like,
She's just like trapped under there teaching these women etiquette and never leaves.
yeah, and can't leave apparently.
She doesn't
According
do
to her,
anything else.
she's like, "There's no leaving.
You can't leave here.
You can't leave. I'm a slave." You're definitely not leaving. I've been here a long time.
If you get out, then I'm going to be fucking pissed. Anyone's leaving with me.
Oh my god. So she learns a little bit of etiquette, but she's still a fucking weirdo, and she meets that dude. And then after she's awkward with that dude, but then she's like, I'm not embarrassed of anything. Come to dinner with me. He's like, what? Sure, dude. Like, yeah. And
She's renting the place from him too. It's
yeah,
like,
it's like the same guy.
They just like bump into each other later, I guess.
Oh my god. He's so surprised that she like says yes that she'll rent the place, because like He's
like,
like,
"Here?"
oh yeah, we're still working on it, but there's just like a bunch of like,
he goes, I told you it was a work in progress, or something like that.
no, right
Oh,
when
no,
the
he goes,
scene starts,
I warned you.
right when the
I
scene
warned
starts,
you,
he
bro.
says, I warned you. When they walk in the room, there's just like shit everywhere.
I warned you.
Warned you, like, this one's almost done. It's literally just a fucking mess from him or some shit.
The roof's like collapsed.
It just
in.
needs to be cleaned. There's just a bunch of shit in there.
I warned you.
Just clean the fucking room and then rent it. But he's like so surprised, and she's like, "I'll take it." He's like, "Wow, oh really?"
Her gutter punk sensibilities kicked back in. She was like, "I want to fucking live in this mess." Hell yeah.
Yeah, but she lives on the beach, so fuck it, dude. That shit's awesome.
Yeah, it's a gutter punk's dream.
True. but okay, so she meets him and then immediately like falls in love, that whole montage, and then after that montage, then she has a personality. That's where she gains her personality, because then she's like, oh my god, shut up. Like,
She's
you know,
allowed to actually,
cutesy girl, like with some ragtag rhyme.
It's like, and that was a mini montage too, where it's like they have sex and then they're in a new stage of their relationship. Then it shows them having sex and then they're doing something even more coupley until they're just like living together.
Yeah. And so right
Really
after that
fast.
montage, the guy's just like, why don't you ever like go out, like or something, like, don't you have any friends? I can't remember what he says.
Yeah, he's like, why don't you have any friends over? I've never met anyone that's from your
Yeah, which makes sense in the context of the movie, but like, he literally has been hanging out with her the whole time, and you're just like, where the fuck are your friends?
For at least 4
Like,
months. Yeah.
We haven't seen any of your friends either.
Yeah, it sounds like you two have just been hanging out together, and now you're getting weird about her.
Yeah, like, hey, so why don't you ever tell me anything? Like,
Yeah.
I want to know why
All you do is-
your freckles are the way they are.
I want to know what your 5th grade teacher was like.
And then he's like, I want to know why on bad days you listen to Nina Simone.
And she's like, oh shit.
And it's like, whoa,
noticed.
we just had a fucking love montage, and now you're bringing this up.
Yeah.
Awkward.
When was this a problem?
Yeah. This hasn't been a problem in the past.
Yeah, he was taking pictures of her. So he was fucking her.
Oh, it's great.
the time.
Great photos.
Yeah, great pictures.
Great
He
pictures.
starts hanging them up around the house.
Are these good? She's like, fuck.
You think these look all right? I told
Babe.
You. Hey, babe.
Babe, these good?
I told you not to take pictures of me. Yeah, but like, do these look good?
I'm with Brad now.
I don't love you anymore.
Whatever, babe. Love you.
Here, stand right there. Hold on one sec.
Brad, get a shot.
I thought you were her uncle, Brad. Like, why are you even here?
Uncle Brad. Okay, so then she invites, what's the actor's name?
Gabriel Byrne.
Gabriel Byrne. What's his name in the fucking movie?
I don't know. I just call him
I
Gabriel
don't remember
Byrne.
at all. So Gabriel comes over for dinner. He literally like asks her. He's like, "Fucking invite me to dinner."
Well, after she goes out on an assassin hit. I forget which one it is though.
The second one with the bathtub.
Wait, what happened in that one?
That's when she's in New Orleans with her hubby.
Oh.
And then they're like, listen, you gotta go. She's getting her ass eaten out. Like, she's literally getting her fucking ass eaten out by that dude talking on the phone.
Oh, that scene's great.
And she's like, oh my God, her talking on the phone. That is the best scene. So happy we got to that. Oh my God, her talking on the phone. She's like, like totally getting like fucked around with by her boyfriend, but then also just like high as fuck on the phone. Just like, hey, room service.
Like a plate.
Can I get some food? Like, it's just like, yes, you can order some fucking food. Holy shit, what do you want?
So good though.
It goes on.
It keeps you.
I
It's like
love
one
it.
shot. Yeah.
It's so good.
But then that whole sequence afterwards where she's in the bathroom about to shoot that lady in New Orleans through the bathroom window, and the boyfriend literally chooses that moment to propose. And then it's just like, why aren't you answering me? Immediately, not even give her a chance.
He's like, I can't believe I'm proposing to you through the door. And like everyone's like, yeah.
He goes, this isn't really how I pictured it. And it's like,
you're the one who fucking did it. Like you literally didn't have to.
Yeah.
She's in the bathroom and you're like proposing. She ran out of the room. And you're gonna propose to her through a door now.
And you start like persisting. And it's like, dude, she just went to the bathroom. Leave her alone. She'll be back out.
Yeah, she's like, one second. Like, he's like, listen, just tell me to go to hell or tell me you love me, babe. She's like, oh my god, dude, like you're definitely not the one.
Yeah.
Now,
if this is how you're gonna act, then
it's just like
you've let me dodge a bullet on this.
God, can you imagine apologizing for that? That'd be the worst. There's no coming back from that.
No.
You
Listen,
look
I'm
more
sorry.
pitiful saying sorry, which is the bad thing.
Yeah.
You're just digging a hole.
I'm sorry, babe.
You know what? I'm not sorry. Fuck you. You just
fucking hate you.
There's nothing
no
you
recovering.
Can do.
Yeah.
Babe, you know me.
I'm wild and crazy. I'm spontaneous. That's why you like me. That's why you love
I'm like
me.
a crazy horse, man. That analogy too.
Oh,
That story. When he comes to dinner and he says, oh, I'll tell you a story about her when she was a little girl. You're just like, what the fuck? That's very weird. And he starts telling her that story to her face.
Yeah.
And the boyfriend is still at the dinner table. And you're like, what is he doing? Like,
you forget that he's there for a minute because it just cuts between her
I
and
was thinking
Gabriel
about
Byrne.
him like the whole time.
And you're sitting, you're like, I know he's there because the conversation's about, like, it's directed towards him.
Yeah.
Like, he's supposed to be telling it for his benefit. But he's just looking at her and she's just staring at him, and it goes on for a while.
Yeah. He's supposed to be telling it for his benefit, but really he's making up the story and like making the bum chick, I don't even know what to call her, fucking Maggie Blowjob.
Maggie Blowjob.
He's making Maggie Blowjob fall head over heels.
It's so weird.
It's very weird.
It's so strange.
Also, before she leaves, he makes her blow up that building. After that,
That's
he
right,
like
I forgot
comes
about
in
that.
and like kisses her, and she's like, "That's the last time I'm ever gonna kiss you."
That was before.
And it's very awkward.
That was before. That was when she was still in training. That was when she got back from killing the guys at the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
And then she kisses him, and she's like, "I'm never gonna kiss you again," or whatever. This is the last time we'll ever kiss, or something like that.
I thought it was.
That was like early in the movie. No,
Yeah, but the blow up was pretty early on in the movie.
But she's
too.
like, "Oh, this job's easy," and then gets in the car and it blows up.
I
But
just
then I
remember
think she
sweating
runs into
so
him on the
much.
street after that.
She looks like so many actresses in her face. Like you can literally see so many different people in there.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like I saw Holly Hunter immediately, and then it like shifted more over to like
Jodie
when you said
Foster.
Jodie Foster and like Sigourney Weaver. Like all of those, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like she looks like all of those.
Yeah.
It's
Bridget
pretty
Fonda.
crazy.
I think she's Jane Fonda's daughter, but I don't want to stick to that.
You just don't know for sure.
I can't say for certain.
That's okay.
But she does look like all of those other actresses.
So right now in the movie,
She's given a choice to take her final it's not really a choice. They just give her another job and she's like, I can't do this anymore. After the whole proposal in the bathroom. And then she says it's going to be her last job, and they're like, the fuck it isn't. And she's like, it is. And decides to do it anyways. And then it's her and that one girl that you saw like way earlier in the movie.
yeah, I didn't even remember her from the beginning of the movie.
Yeah. I barely remember her being at the beginning, but I think they showed her once in the like training montage sequence.
Yeah. Oh, true.
Yeah, I think that's where you've seen her before.
She's from the same program.
They went to school together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they have to impersonate that guy's girlfriend, and they're gonna abduct her when at her haircut. They're gonna like pretend to be her hairstylist.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fucking
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah. So they get in there, and she like comes to them, and they're like, "You want some tea?" She's like, "I don't drink tea." And they're like, "Oh shit, tea was our whole thing. We were gonna give her tea." They're like, "Oh fuck!" And then I can't remember exactly the movements or what happens action wise, but they stick her with that fucking needle
they
in the
shoot
neck.
each other glances, and then they just stab her.
They're like,
and
"All
then
right,
the
well,
guards
let's just
see.
get her." The guards see that shit.
They're like, "Hey, what the fuck?"
So he gets that dude right in the chin. That big chin dude, she shoots him in the chin.
Yep. Right in the chin. He just goes down.
And he goes down, but I guarantee it deflected it.
That was a fucking stone chin. Like, it was a strong jaw.
It was shiny.
Yeah. It was carved out of marble.
Boing! Whoa, buckshot. Holy shit.
You chipped my chin. You chipped it.
But then, so what? They get the cleaner. That's when Harvey Keitel shows up.
It's when they call. She's like, the black girl's like, we have to report
Oh,
this.
yeah, we have to report this.
And the other one.
Oh, yeah,
like,
we have to report this.
I'll pull this off.
I'm
She's like,
such
we
a-
have to report it. And then she's like, they're sending a cleaner. She just immediately gets off the phone. They're sending a cleaner. And Bridget Fonda just goes, oh my God, yeah. Like, freaks out. Like, what? What is the significance of a cleaner?
Not cool.
What the fuck? Yeah.
And then Harvey Keitel shows up and
it's
shoots
20
that
more
black
minutes
girl.
left in the movie. Kills her. He starts pouring acid.
She's like, "I'm calling the police."
Oh no, I gotta call the police. And he's just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Well, he starts pouring acid on the dead bodies and on the
And she's like,
girlfriend.
"Ah!"
She starts like waking up and he goes, she isn't dead.
Yeah, like what the hell, guys?
You didn't
Like,
kill her?
You didn't kill her yet.
So I guess she dissolves. That's a horrible way to die.
Yeah. Her face just melted off.
Yeah.
She felt everything.
Yeah, I guess. It's terrible.
It didn't go into it as much as we are, but you imagine. Oh,
Yeah.
she's still alive. That
And then
sucks.
she's not. And then the rest of the scene plays out and she stops moving. So.
And then he kills that girl, and then it's like,
And then, Bridget Fonda's just like, I'm going to do the job. Fuck it.
yeah, I'm still good.
Yeah. Now, that was kind of it. Then it's like, shot. She's dressed as the woman doing an accent walking into the place her and Harvey Keitel like ride off together.
Yeah, the nuclear weapons place.
Yeah.
She has to go get codes.
Oh, that's when they tell Gabriel Byrne that they're going to kill her. The cleaner's going to kill her after the job's done.
Yes. Yeah, I totally remember all of that.
The whole conflict. For the
Yeah,
end
I
of the
remember
movie.
that for sure.
I honestly,
I remember that part of the movie.
the plot.
I paid attention.
I saw that.
I swear.
The plot of this movie means nothing. It's not even important. It is just stage. It just stages scenes that are entertaining to
It's just
watch.
like this happened and this happened and this happened
yeah.
in this scene.
And the scenes are entertaining, but the story itself is so fucking stupid.
Yeah, how it's played out is awesome. But like, yeah,
It's fucking yeah.
just from like a storytelling perspective, it's very
It's a
like,
bad
it's
story.
like what?
Yeah, it's just all over the place.
Fuck.
It says it was based on Nikita by Luc Besson, which I need to rewatch Nikita. But I feel if Nikita's like all over the place like that, I'm gonna be so upset.
What if it's good all over the place though?
It might be.
You know,
People like it.
there's a certain touch of finesse you need to have to make any type of movie good. I'm sure it can be done.
Yeah. So tell me about this new Cloverfield movie. You said it was bad.
Okay, so, it's like watching the Super Bowl yesterday.
Yeah.
Because today's Monday. And It's like Cloverfield, fucking, I don't even remember the name of the movie. Fallout or some shit?
Something like that. Yeah. I think it's called Fallout.
I don't think it's called Fallout.
I don't know.
It's something close. I think I'm thinking of like the new fucking Mission Impossible or some shit.
The new Mission Impossible is called Fallout. That's 100% what
I just saw a bunch of ads the other day.
That I actually think it looks pretty good.
Putting things together.
Cloverfield Paradox.
Yes, the paradox. That's what makes sense now. So it is. It does tie the movies more together, unlike 10 Cloverfield Lane, that kind of hinted more than actually tied.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, there's just aliens at the end, and it's just like, okay, but
Yeah,
this movie was not about aliens.
Yeah, for sure.
Then Cloverfield Lane was awesome.
But I didn't think it was actually going to tie in because I thought that it was just going to be like a series of movies that just all involved kind of like science fiction elements.
That's what I kind of thought. Like, because they already shot the fourth one,
Mm.
and it's like a World War II period piece.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. So it's got, don't even know the fucking guy's name. It's got the guy from the IT Crowd.
Chris O'Dowd.
Yes. And then it's got that dude who's like the bad guy in Civil War. Weirdo.
I never know
Yeah. He looks like just like evil and fucking nerdy dude.
Mm-hmm. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. It's got some other people in it, you know, whatever. It's the
It should have
effects
been good.
The effects are very cheap. I don't think it should have been. I don't know what that means in context of this movie, cuz like
Daniel Bruhl is in it, the German guy from Inglourious Bastards. The hero that they're making the movie for in Inglourious Bastards.
yeah.
That guy?
Yeah, that's that guy.
Okay. I didn't know he was in it. It's still, like, keep going. Tell me more about it.
Dude, I don't even know what to say. It was so fucking boring. I was like zoning out so fucking much. Cause I'd already drank some beers, you know, during the Super Bowl, but I was excited to watch it with Travis.
Yeah.
Because Travis was like, dude, available after the Super Bowl. That's literally the ad. Like, available after the game.
Yeah, no.
And he thought that was the coolest thing ever. Like, he was like, that's so cool. So many people are going to be watching this movie after the game. And it's just like, cool as fuck that you can just release a movie. I've never even heard about this movie. I just watched an ad and it's going to be available in an hour. And he was like, that's awesome. Let's watch it. I didn't even know until the end of the movie that he never even seen the first Cloverfield.
Really?
Yes. I was just like, what the fuck, dude? He's seen the second one, which is weird that he didn't watch the first one.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's not super weird, like,
No, but like I would.
you don't need to, but at the same
For that
time,
movie, you really don't. No.
I don't know. People thought the 10 Cloverfield Lane was pretty good,
I loved
but
it.
I didn't think it was bad. I just didn't care for it.
I loved
I
it.
just didn't care for it. The first one, I
thought it was super.
I've not
tense.
seen in a long time. I've not seen Cloverfield in a long time, but
I haven't either.
I liked it.
I like the
I liked
first
it
one.
a good bit. But dude, I don't even know what to say about this movie. Like, I really don't. It's all like fucking just in space station.
So
for
it's
the
like
most part.
it's like a campy space movie.
It's like crazy shit happens, but you're like, it doesn't happen like to the depth that you want it to or often enough. And it's just people problem solving in their heads and like, oh, wait, I can do this, blah, blah, blah. Like, we have to figure it out. Like the whole time. And you're like, oh, dude, I don't fucking care. Like, I just didn't fucking care. It was like,
it.
I don't know. It was like fucking just any like altered universe movie where it's like, oh my god, like there are versions of us that live on Earth now, and like we're in a different dimension and we can't go back because they already exist there. I can't take over, but in the lamest way.
That sucks.
And I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all.
Dan just texted me.
Okay.
Sorry.
You gonna read it for the crowd?
He says, fuck yeah. Out of context, I don't know what it's in reply to. I have not talked to him in a while.
That's good. I like that.
It's a happy birthday text. He's being weird about it though.
He's going, fuck yeah, first.
Fuck yeah, first. It's one
Fuck
message.
yeah, first.
And then he said, I didn't miss your birthday in your time zone. With a space and then 3 exclamation marks.
Well, hell yeah.
So-
Fuck yeah. He's very excited that he didn't miss your birthday. And he still hasn't said happy birthday.
No, he just did. He just did, and then it says "Happy birthday, motherfucker," and a bunch of exclamation marks, and then another text in parentheses sent with echo, which I've never seen before.
You've never seen that before?
Does that mean he set it to an
Do you,
echo?
have you, what do you got? You got an iPhone? You have not updated?
No,
You have not updated in a long time?
long time.
Long ass time?
Long time.
How long have you not updated?
I don't know.
Because that has been around for a while, and you would see the feature
If I update it.
if you had updated, you know.
What is
fucking,
it?
I don't even know.
What
like
is the
a year and a
feature?
half, 2 years ago? I don't fucking know. That doesn't make any sense to me. You can just send messages with like fucking slam and echo and balloons and a bunch of shit.
Well, I can do that. But it just says sent with echo.
Oh, it's probably just some fucking weird shit. That your phone can't do because you haven't updated.
God damn it. I'm not gonna update. I guess I'll never know.
Well, that's all right. Happy birthday on air to you, Chase Cummins, 26 years old.
Ugh.
4 more years to be a millionaire.
Yeah, if I'm not a millionaire in 4 years, I'm kissing this life goodbye.
30's the new 90.
You know what they say. 40, you're dead. 30, you're 90.
That is what they say in that order.
Yep, that's the phrase.
Okay, so movie wraps up. Where does the movie wrap up? It literally ends.
She goes back to her boyfriend. He's like, what the fuck happened to you? Because she's beat the shit. Harvey Keitel's dead under the car.
Harvey Keitel got smashed by a car. How does it end? Just living happy ever after? She walks off like
so
it's-
Harvey Keitel gets killed under the car, and then she goes home, and then her boyfriend's or the guy, bro,
Baby,
is
what
like,
happened to
baby,
you?
what happened to your face? What happened to your body?
She didn't say a damn word.
Says nothing, kisses him, and then
We say like 3 jokes while we're watching it
Yeah, it's
in
long.
response, and nothing comes out of her mouth.
yeah, nothing. We're just like saying shit for her basically, and then it cuts to the next scene. Gabriel Byrne showing up at the apartment, and the boyfriend's just like, she took off, she left everything, even her purse, and you're like, what? Okay.
Yeah, and he says she's dead. That's what he says.
Yeah, Gabriel Byrne's like, what? Okay. And he leaves and he gets in the car, and then he sees her walking down the alley, and then he gets a call, and he's like, oh yeah, so the
Just
cleaner
came back from a job.
cleaner's dead. So is
The girl's dead.
so is the girl. And you're
Yeah,
like
lying.
such a long
He's
pause.
lying so hard.
He's just like staring at her, and you're like, when are you? Everybody's gonna know you're lying now. With the way you answered that question.
Yeah, he did it awful.
And then it ends. She
And
just
then-
like walks away.
Yeah, and it's like sequel.
Sequel time.
Let's go. Point of no return 2.
There you go. The point
So-
of no return.
So, did you enjoy this movie?
I did. But I can't.
Actually, there's one line. I can't even remember what it's from. But don't be a stupid bitch.
Oh,
it's totally
it's
a
when
line.
she's stealing the coats and she's got the guy at gunpoint, and he's like, she's like, give me the codes, and he's like, don't be a stupid bitch.
And you're like, whoa, all right.
This is escalating really fast.
All right, now just give her the codes. I love that.
Yeah, it was fun. There was lots of fun moments like that.
Yes. Very surprising moments. I love this movie.
You loved it?
I loved it.
So what would you rate it?
Oh my God, there's another part as well we have to talk about real quick. Before that rating. God, it's just cliffhanger central. The part where he comes in, Gabriel comes into the boyfriend's home.
Yeah.
And they talk about how she left. And then he's like, all right, well, I'm taking this. And he picks up the Nina record.
Oh,
And the boyfriend says, do you love Nina? And he's like, it's like so sentimental on his face. He's just like, oh. And he's like, yeah, I do love Nina. And it's like,
oh no, he goes, do you like Nina? And he turns around and he goes, man, I love her.
yeah, I love her.
I love her.
Yeah, I love her. It's just like, oh. What the fuck? I love it. She has a Nina Simone obsession because of her mother. We didn't talk about that. I feel like maybe we did.
No, we kind of mentioned her in the podcast, but I don't think we talked about. So throughout this whole movie, she keeps referencing the fact that she loves Nina Simone. She has Nina Simone posters. I guess she has a bunch of Nina Simone records, and then her code name is Nina. And that's a great scene when they give her a code name, and they go, your code name is Nina, and she goes, like Nina Simone, and he's like, yes.
Yes. I knew that you liked that one thing. And I gave you that.
I gave you that name.
Because you are shallow as fuck. And it wasn't hard.
She's so happy her name's Nina now instead of Maggie Blowjob.
Maggie Blowjob's a terrible name compared to Nina.
I kind of like Maggie Blowjob. It's kind of a nice name to me.
Maggie Blowjob. I want to call so many people Maggie Blowjob, but I probably shouldn't.
Maggie Blowjob.
So yeah, what did you think about this movie, Chase? Tell me, like, you know, your most interpersonal thoughts on this movie. How it made you feel your core.
My core, it made me feel happy. At some outer layer of my core, it made me feel shameful.
Maybe a little gross.
A little gross, kind of like
perverted.
Yeah, like uncomfortable. And then another part kind of like angry, because it just like was wasting my time. But then at the end, I think ultimately I wrapped it up. It was enjoyment.
Isn't it cool that like most people watch a movie and, you know, maybe it was a waste of time, but then they don't spend an hour talking about it afterwards.
Wasting way more time. Recapping it, really. We're not even getting that in depth on it. We're just like recapping moments from the plot.
Yeah, and we didn't even remember all the good moments. There were a lot.
There were a ton. And
there were so many, and that's why I love this movie. Like, this movie, I just did not think it was going to be as good as it was. I wasn't expecting. It was a miracle, really.
Yeah.
Like,
and everything working against it, and it ended up being pretty entertaining.
Very entertaining. It was so movie. It was such a fucking movie.
Yeah, it was like Hollywood. It felt like Hollywood.
Yeah, but there were so many decisions that were made that were just like, what? Like, is it because it was just like weird 93, like them just throwing shit around?
Yeah.
Like,
they hadn't figured out what worked yet.
It was just so weird.
It was great.
Still transitional, kind of.
Yeah, it was like movies like Jason Bourne and Mission Impossible are kind of bred out of what this movie was like trying and failing at.
Yeah.
Like
it was like Super Soldier, but she was just like a hobo. It was so weird. Yeah. Like, that was hilarious. I loved that.
Yeah. She's like a hobo drug addict. They turn her into a fucking warrior in less than a year.
She's like skinny as fuck.
Yeah.
What the hell?
She gets a
She's
bullet wound
taking
in her
down
leg.
huge dudes.
Yeah. Taking down men 3 times her size.
Very
Good for her. I'm not complaining. Like, she was fun to watch.
Very good.
Very cool.
So,
my personal rating, it's probably going to be 9 out of 13, 9 out of 14 bathroom proposals. This is what this movie's valued to me.
oh my god, bathroom proposal, so good. 9 out of 13.
9 out of 14.
That's pretty good. Oh, 9 out of 14, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty shitty. Well, I'll give this thing 9 out of 13 squashed ass Harvey Keitels. And I'll give it a couple inappropriate kisses. And I'll throw a couple inappropriate kisses on yours too.
All right, you can throw a couple inappropriate kisses on mine. I think that's only fair.
Yeah, I think.
Like, this movie earned a couple inappropriate kisses.
Mm-hmm. Like, probably from... How many people do you think saw this in the theater and kissed each other? That's gross.
I'd say at least a
How long was this movie in
250,000. I think
theater?
I'd say at least a quarter of a million. A 250,000 people
It's a magic movie.
kissed after this.
Kiss during or after with it on the brain still.
During opens up a lot more avenues because I feel like this movie was prime for just like, you want to make out in the theater?
Yeah. It's just like, there's just like crazy shit happening that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and they're just like making out.
Mm-hmm.
Because like teenagers, you know?
Yeah, they're all teenagers.
Yeah,
in
that's
this
all,
movie.
that's all the people who are going to see this.
For sure. Yeah, not much substance.
Not much substance at all.
But hey, we fell for it. And I'm glad we did.
We watched the whole damn thing.
With smiles on our faces.
And then talked about it for an hour.
For you.
For your benefit. So
And for ourselves.
yeah, it was
Mostly for
fun.
ourselves.
It's always been for me. I don't care about other people.
It's always for me, baby.
As I sharpen my knife, it's always for me.
It's always for me,
It's always
baby.
for me.
He's wearing a big frilly jacket, sitting by a campfire.
It's always for
We're outside by a campfire right now. Crickets are chirping. You can't hear them. We got nice mics.
It's always for me.
It's always for me.
It's always for me. You hear those whispers?
You hear
It's
those
the
things
wind
that you can't
whispering
hear?
on the trees.
All right. I love you guys.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
We're going to leave.
Yeah, we're gonna go drink more and watch TV.
We love you.
Yeah.
These are our lives.
These are the days of our lives. We're coming of age.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Fuck you.